I think this is no power, this laptop. There's no information on what's wrong with it. Right, okay, let's have a look. We have no lights on this charger at all. I heard a fizz from that. Let's have a look and see if the charger's working, shall we? 19 volts, yep. So, charger's working. We've got no lights on the laptop though, to say that it's charging. Yeah, we should be getting an indicator there, and we don't. And no signs of life at all. Alright, cool. So this is a Acer Predator. We've got things falling out everywhere on this. What was that thing that was loose inside there then? There's something loose in here. When there's something loose in your gaming rig, who you gonna call? Console Fix.
Today's video is sponsored by PCBWay. Whether you've got a simple project that requires a quick mod board or you want to launch your own products to the world, PCBWay can help. With fantastic pricing on multi-layer PCBs, flex PCBs, 3D printing and even laser cutting solutions, you're sure to get everything you need all in one place. Custom PCBs start from just $5 for a 1 to 2 layer board with a fast 24-hour build time and free shipping on orders over $30. PCBWay are also proud to announce their new aluminium PCBs, which start at just $120 per square metre. Check out what PCBWay have to offer by clicking on the link in the video description or the top pinned comment and get your project started today. Thanks again to PCBWay for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to the repair.
Right, someone's been in this because, well, that's unplugged. Right. I want to know where my positive and negative pins are on this so as I can check for shorts before I proceed. You can see here we've got 8 wires. We've got 4 for positive and 4 for negative. What I can do is just check for a short to ground. Is that a ground point? Yeah. Alright, so actually, that's not short to ground. Interesting. Not short to ground on DC in. So what I can do then is inject voltage. I'll start off at 1 volt. I know this takes 19.5 volts at probably about 8 amps, I would assume. But yeah, I can't output 8 amps on my end. Not with the bench supply anyway. Let's give it a ground point, a nice solid ground point. And let's go for, I'll start off at 1 volt just to make sure that we don't get anything unexpected, like some magic smoke or something. I'm going to plug the battery, no actually, let's leave the battery for now. We don't get anything at 1 volt. Should make sure we get a connection to ground, yeah. We don't get anything at 1 volt, so I'll slowly increase to 19 volts. And we're still getting nothing. When you get nothing at all. We get nothing even at 19 volts. Or 19.5 volts rather. Plug the battery in. And still nothing. Stone dead. No sign of life at all. Absolutely no signs of life. No current draw, not even a smither. That's rather odd. We don't even get 1 milliamp of current draw. Give myself a ground. And go into voltage mode. I can check and see if we've got 19.5 coming in. 19.2, little bit of voltage drop, whatever. What are we dealing with here? So we've got 12 volts coming in here. Sorry, 19 volts coming in here, and that's actually coming in. Nothing there. I've got a feeling we've got a blown fuse. I'm just going to try and find some sign of voltage here before I take the board out. Just looking for... So I don't know this circuit, so I don't know where we're supposed to get anything. That looks like a power MOSFET. What do we have on the battery? 0.14 volts. I've got 0.14 volts on that resistor. Absolutely nothing though. I think I'll have to take the board out on this, to be honest, because, well, I need to try and trace that circuit. I don't know where it goes. I need to try and trace that circuit, so the board will have to come out. Chances of me being able to fix this tonight are fairly slim. I'd probably end up having to order parts for this because I don't really stock laptop parts. So power comes in around here. Oh, okay. It should have prior repairs and it's liquid damaged. Let's have a look at some of this then. So I'm in resistance mode. So 4R7, 4.7 ohms, 4R7, 4.7 ohms. We've got nothing on this on the output of this MOSFET. We've got 19 volts coming in. We've got nothing coming out. It could be that MOSFET then. It could be this PQ303 because nothing's going through. So it looks like it comes through here into this MOSFET, and it's supposed to be come out of this MOSFET and into this MOSFET. So this is the source. We've got 19 volts here. We've got nothing on the gate. And if we've got nothing on the gate, then we've got nothing coming out of the drain. So there's nothing going into the source of this MOSFET. Well, I could jump that MOSFET, but let me go and see if I've got a donor board with a MOSFET I can steal. Wow, I think I need to dump a load of flux on this and just give a few things a reflow at the same time. Oh shit. Wow, the soldering job on these are terrible. Honestly, the soldering job on these are terrible. Yeah, someone's been to town on this. Big time. I'm wondering if these transistors are meant to be no stuff or what. Because there's 2 spaces for transistors there, and yeah, there's nothing there. I don't know if they're meant to be missing or whether someone's knocked them off. Might have to try and find a schematic for this. Right, that's cooled down. I'm going to plug power back in. It's not getting hot. Do I have any power back inside the board? Well, do I have any power back on here? 21 volts. No, it's dropped. Hang on. 24 volts. It appears to be... It appears to be doing something different. I seem to have power on the gate now. Let me just make sure I get an absolute decent connection. Why would it be 24 volts though? And 19 coming in. In fact, 25 volts now. What? 19 volts on the drain. So we've got 19 volts on the source of that one. Nothing's getting hot. 19 volts there. And 19 volts there. So we're getting power back on here now. But why would we have 25 volts on that? I don't know if that's normal or not. But I get 25 volts on that gate. Which is a little bit odd. Tell you something this does need. A good ultrasonic. Right, I know that's not routed correctly. Don't worry, it's fine. I know none of that is routed correctly. It's alright for now, okay? Right, I want to see if I'm getting power into the battery now. 0.86 volts. It is climbing. 0.869. 0.869. It is climbing slowly. This is going to go onto a trickle charge. So it's not going to boot up or anything because I've got no RAM in anyway. There's no SSD in this either. Someone's taking it out. But that seems to be trickle charging. 8693. Yeah, it is slowly, very, very slowly climbing. Let's just see if it attempts to turn on. Well, I haven't got the heatsink or anything plugged in, but we can see if it attempts to turn on at least. Do we get a sign of life? We fucking do. That just lit up with a red light on the keyboard. Don't know if you saw that, but it's going through its boot cycle, and that is working. I'm assuming that it's going to be a while before this wants to turn on. It's probably confused as hell. That's probably an error code actually. The CPU does get warm. So what I'll do I mean, this needs a real good service as well, but the board needs a really good ultrasonic clean. It's absolutely disgusting. It's caked in flux. So whoever worked on it before is incredibly freaking messy. But what I'll do is just connect up these fans so as that's not going to stop it from booting. And I will screw the heatsink down. I know it needs fresh thermal paste, but I want to ultrasonic the board anyway, so I'm not going to do that. I just want to see if it actually turns on. My fans are spinning. Could it be that the battery's completely dead? That it's not turning on? I mean, I guess so. Battery might be fucked. Rating is 17 volts on the battery. We've got 0.86 volts. I could try and jump start the battery. That's an option. So if I go to, let's go for like 5 volts, just to try and kick start it a little bit. I don't want to put too much into it. We're getting nothing at 5 volts. Let's disconnect mains power. 9 milliamps. Okay. I mean, if we've... Well, that could be the BMS in the battery that's preventing anything from going on. Yeah, I mean, 10 volts and it's still not doing anything. So I think if I give it like... It's rated at 17 volts, so if I give it 16... No. 10 milliamps and then drops down. This battery could be fooked. I probably need to order a battery for this. I'm wondering if that's just not recognising the battery, so it's refusing to boot. Let's try reseating the RAM and let's try seating it one by one. Let's just try it one at a time. Staying on with one RAM chip. One RAM slot. No, it's not. It was. Stayed on for longer. The lights are on, but no one's home. Is that not recognising the RAM? I swear if we've got a PCH issue, I'm going to scream. It does stay on for longer with just that one RAM slot in. It is shutting down now. Oh, hey! Okay, we've got a RAM issue. Right, well that RAM's working. I hope that we don't have a RAM slot not working. Come on. Hey, yeah, well, there we go. That's booting. Now let's try both of them at the same time. Okay, it looks like it might have been training the RAM. Possibly. There we go. Boom. £16 gig RAM. It's reading. Yeah, there you go. It was a. I guess it was just training the RAM. Looks like it might need a battery, but I'll leave it on charge overnight and see if it kicks itself into life at some point. If it needs a battery, it needs a battery. It is what it is. Not really a lot I can do about that. This needs a good ultrasonic clean as well. But we've got 0.867 volts on the battery, so I don't think the battery's going to charge. But I will leave it on charge overnight and just see if it wants to kick itself into life. but the laptop works. It was just a faulty MOSFET. So the way I found that was the fact that on the source we were getting 19 volts, but we wasn't getting nothing on the drain. Sorry, on the gate. And if we've got nothing on the gate, then we've got nothing on the drain, which means it can't power the rest of the circuit. So it wasn't going through that MOSFET. So that MOSFET was stuck shut. Probably could have zapped it into life by injecting voltage into the gate. But yeah, it's a win. Replace the MOSFET, retrain the RAM, because I'm a trainer now apparently. I will take that as a win, and I can charge a customer £300 for it. No, I'm joking. Customer will charge a flat bench fee of £50 for that. Apart from the battery, if they, they might want to change the battery themselves, whatever. If they decide to change the battery themselves and they get it back and it doesn't charge a battery though, I can't warranty it. So they're better off if I do it. They're better off if I order it for them. But yeah, the laptop's working at least, so yeah, that's a win. At least the laptop works.